Hey, Nikosi. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Clear the space, silence our egos, open our hearts, and relax our minds so that we may receive whatever messages you give to us without hesitation and manifest our destinies sans procrastination. Thank you. I command and demand that all negative energies, presence, and entities go back to where you came from. You are not welcome here. I won't repeat myself. Thank you. Let's begin. So, yeah, I mean, this is live. I mean, this is like the second time I've been, I recorded earlier, but the live magically got deleted. But good thing I'm back up recording. So I figured I'd get into the quote-unquote free mini reads at the end of this, but I figured first, I guess we could do, a general pick-a-card reading, just real quick, you know, on what everyone should be doing right now, if that interests you, because I'm not into telling people what to do, but if you would like to hear what I would say, then this reading or this video is for you. I love lo-fi chilled beats. This is actually my favorite mix. This is my favorite one out of all of them. I love every song, but yeah, well, before I even get into that, I guess briefly let me talk about music and how one could use music in order to protect themselves from evil forces, dark entities, shadows, demons, however you conceptualize it, right? So at the beginning, I played Bees in a Trap by Nicki Minaj, and the lyrics are, bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I bees in the trap. So one of the people that I consult, he called me one day, like in a tizzy, frantic, like, yo, I feel like someone's sending things after me. I don't know what to do, because it was like everything he was trying to do that day was just getting like blocked. It was like bad news after bad news after bad news. So I told him to play Nicki Minaj Bees in a Trap, but switch the lyrics. So instead of the lyrics I just sang, you could say, demons ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I bees in the trap, bees in the trap. And that's how you could use music. You know what I mean? So you switch the lyrics so that it resonates more with the situation that you're in currently. You know what I mean? So you could do that with any song, actually. So Just like imagine yourself, imagine the situation, the outcome. Make yourself the star of like your own personal music video. So yeah. Anyways, enough of that. I guess I'm gonna do the whole pick a card thing. Now, how do I want to do it? I don't know which decks I want to use. And this is what I mean about this whole live thing. Like when I'm minus the whole, I mean, I guess I could have prepared beforehand, but it didn't work out that way. So let's see. CashApp, how are you? Who's still in here? I don't even know. I'll hit you up later if you're in here or not. Okay. Okay, I think yeah, I really, well, you know what, I'm not gonna even say that. Maybe this is just the universe's way of making sure that everyone who needs to get here at some point does get here at some point. So let me take my time. Baby, take it down. Baby, you can do it. Take your time. Do it right. You can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's see, 3 or 4. I'm gonna do 4 piles. Not even 4 piles, but 4 cards. So what should we be working on at this current moment? Day, time, place, whatever. This is a timeless reading, even though this is going on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what, day 4? Day 4 of the, what do they call it? Stay in place in New York City anyway. I don't know what's going, well, there's a lot of other things going on in other localities and principalities, but that's what's going on here. But day 4 today is, I did say I would start dating on this. I was saying the date. So March 26th, 2020. Thursday, March 26th, 2020. That's the date. So 1 card for each pile. It will, we're gonna do live shuffle. Okay, that is too many. Fine, that's 4. Okay. I'm familiar with all of these. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it'll come. Hey everybody. I know people are like jumping in and out, but so right now I'm just shuffling live. We're gonna do pick a cards if they resonate. if that resonates with you, or pick a card on, I guess, what you could be or should be working on during this time. And this is a timeless reading. So it's not just about the whole coronavirus / corona rising deal. So fine, 4 cards flipped over. So okay, so 4 piles, pick the 2 cards or whatever, pick the cards that resonate with you. So this will be Balan and El Hipster will be pile 1. Asmodeus and El Mason Jar would be pile number 2. Furfur and El Piercing will be pile number 3. And Buer and El Yoga will be pile number 4. Okay. So this is gonna be live, so you might have to sit through a whole bunch of these before we get to yours. But I'll keep it fast so that we could get to some mini reads as well. And plus, I don't really have unlimited space on my iPad, and it's recording from there as well. So remember, like I said, you can meditate. Oh, not meditate, but let me, I guess. Balan and El Hipster. Pile number 1. Asmodeus and El Mason Jar. Pile number 2. Furfur and El Piercing. Pile number 3. And Buer and El Yoga, pile number 4. Alright. So one more time. Oh my gosh, oh, I didn't mix them up. So was it like this? Yeah, it was like this. So again, hey girl, I just seen you come in, so I'm gonna repeat it for you. We're doing like a pick a card, pick a pile for quote unquote what you should be or could be doing right now in this moment in time. This isn't just about like the whole coronavirus / rising thing, depending on how you think of things, but basically timeless. Whenever you hear this is when you're supposed to hear this. It just happens to be that we're recording now. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Pick the pile that resonates with you the most, and we'll get into it. So you know what, I'll still keep these up here so that whoever does come in afterwards can see. Okay, let me move this so they could see it in the video. Okay, in the other video. Alright, so if you chose Balan and El Hipster, okay, so not even reading into it yet. I know the history of Balan. I believe he's like the maintenance worker of hell. So like he keeps everything going. But hold on. He keeps everything going and running in hell. So alright, my bad, I should have had to grab the book. So let's read about Balan. The illustration of Balan in the dictionary portrays him in his less fierce form, as a nude man astride a bear and carrying a hawk. But in other incarnations, Balan has been described as a far more extraordinary creature, having 3 heads, a ram, a bull, and a man, a snake's tail, and eyes like the very flames of hell. He is alternatively listed as a king or a prince, although he certainly could have been both at different times, in command of 40 legions of hell. As an aside, Ware claims that Balan was once one of the heavenly hosts and one of the Order of the Dominions, ranked just above the Order of Virtues. So, the inspiration. The hawk is often a symbol of sharp and distant sight, and Balan is a demon known for his ability to see the past, present, and future. Oh no, he wasn't the thing, but he reminds me. Okay, let me read the rest and then we'll get into it. He can also hide men from sight by teaching the secrets of invisibility. Even if we can't learn how to be literally invisible, the ability to see without being seen is a skill within our reach. Taking the opportunity to observe the world without drawing attention to ourselves can sometimes help us to better see our own past, present, and possible futures. Focus on listening instead of speaking, observing instead of being observed. So, after reading that, the energy that I'm feeling, what anyone who picked Pile 1 should be working on, is really just taking a seat and relaxing. I'm hearing learning how to be like not just being seen. Like, being seen isn't the only thing that's important. With like the hipster next to it, it's kind of like this, maybe just like a focus on materialism, but also what I'm getting is like, I don't know, a type of person who tries to make being like looking poor a trend. It's like trying so hard to be different but like being the same, and it's just basically like saying, the energy I'm getting is basically like, just take a seat, you know. But let's go into it. Let's see. Remember, I'm just keeping these short anyway because I could like really dig deep, but really the point of this, I wanted to do the mini reads, but okay. 8 of Pentacles, but it came out kind of sideways, or like diagonal. So what you need to be working on is basically working, like actually working and not looking like you're working. So not posing. So, yeah. Anything else? That was short. And this came out like diagonal, kind of on top of this card. So like, to me, I'm taking it as you need to work on making a decision and sticking to it. It seems like you're leaning towards one decision, but something like kind of like holds you back. It's like this wishy-washy energy. Too many cards is about to explode all over here. Okay, so with the World reverse, so yeah, you being wishy-washy about the way that you want to go and what you want to work on basically keeps things in turmoil. It keeps your cycles or like things from closing in your life, so that new roads and paths can open up. Anything else? a dead body, the super evolved sentient broccoli, and the returning champion, all in reverse. Okay, so the vibe that I'm just getting here is like basically learning, not learning what you need to do when you need to do it. So it's kind of like you can walk the walk, but can you talk the talk? So if you're not able to, like, in this time learn what situation calls for what response with a dead body in reverse, it's kind of like you'll be living normal is not the word, but basically you won't basically evolve to the person that you're supposed to be. And then with the returning champion in reverse, is like you'll never win. So wow, okay, I mean, I don't know how much clearer that message has to be. If you got any questions, if this resonated with you and you want to like get into like things that you can do, you know, you can hit me up. And if not, you can always meditate and ask your people, your gods, your ancestors, your people. You can ask them on your end as well. Just do something, because we're not trying to get stuck in cycles over here, okay? We're trying to ascend, all right? So anyways, pile 1, thank you, and we're gonna move on to pile 2, okay? Okay, so if you picked pile 2 and, well, if you picked pile 2, Asmodeus and the El Mason jar, here is your reading. So, I don't know, like, okay, I can't really remember off the top about Asmodeus, because I thought I remembered about pile 1 and Balan, but it was actually reminding me of another demon or daemon. But Asmodeus, basically, clearly he's important, because like let's really like just look at the demeanor of this card. It's like he's sitting on like an animal throne. It's just like every animal is like part of him. But like it doesn't look like he's like in attack mode or anything. He's just chilling, and that's what I get, especially when it's paired with this mason jar. It's just like basically contained energy. But let's get into the meaning and see what's going on. So Asmodeus, annotation. Asmodeus is one of the 7 princes of hell, the demon of lust, who saw the temple of Solomon built. In the Testament of Solomon and earlier writings, he seems an almost sympathetic demon, quick to jest and seemingly very sad when he mentions that running waters make him wistfully remembering heaven. Okay, wow. He almost seems okay. So I'm guessing right now, not even finishing reading your energy, that I'm getting is if you picked pile number 2, something that you can be working on is learning how to let go of your feelings, let go of like ill will, or like learning how to slow release. I'm getting a vision of a rice cooker when it's under the pressure, and then you release the pressure, and it's like that whistling sound, like, and then like, you know, runs out of steam, and then it's just basically little poofs of evaporated water. But anyway, let's reread all of that. So Asmodeus, annotation. Asmodeus is one of the 7 princes of hell, the demon of lust, who saw the temple of Solomon built. In the Testament of Solomon and earlier writings, he seems an almost sympathetic demon, quick to jest and seemingly very sad when he mentions that running waters make him wistful, remembering heaven. He is mentioned in the Kabbalah, where Pseudomachondria and the Talmud as Asmodeus, Asmodai, and Ashmedai. Unlike many of the daemons in this book, he has always been a daemon in the common sense of the word. Indeed, his name may come from the Avestan words Asma, wrath, and Deva, demon. His affiliation with the deadly sin of lust is woven into many of the legends associated with his name. The Book of Tobit tells of Asmodeus lusting after a woman named Sarah. Wow, okay. So much that he abducted and killed 7 men who tried to marry her, and he would have continued if the angel Raphael had not defeated the demon and allowed Sarah to marry Tobit. Ware and Colin de Plancy both describe Asmodeus as having 3 heads, one of a man, one of a bull, and one of a ram. Asmodeus is purported to be in charge of the gambling houses in hell. Ware also claims he rules 72 infernal legions and is gifted in the arts of mathematics, mechanics, and treasures. Inspiration. Asmodeus does not show his demonic side until he lusts after something or someone so much that he becomes mad with desire. Yeah. Divination. Beware of lusting to excess, allowing desires to dictate action without thought to the broader picture. Okay. So, if you pick pile number 2, Asmodeus, and with the El Nation jar, something you need to work on is I guess your lustful desires, in particular when it comes to sex and gambling, as we just read. But in particular in this time, I would just stay away from your phone. The energy that I'm getting from people who chose this pile is basically third party energy. You're dealing with someone you're not supposed to be dealing with, or someone around you is dealing with someone else other than you, and something is about to hit the fan because someone's feeling a type of way. I'm getting someone didn't get chose as the Netflix in quarantine day, so someone's mad and is thinking about blowing what is it? Whistle blowing. Blowing the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. I can't whistle, so. But yeah, blow the whistle. So, I heard whoever picked pile number 2 should be working on how to channel their sexual energies into something productive. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. So either you, the person that you're dealing with, or whatever, there's an energy around you where it's Queen of Cups. Let's see, you know what? I'm gonna read it because this is not a love reading or anything. This is what you need to I guess work on and also be aware of. So you, all right? It's either you or the person that you're dealing with, vice versa, basically had split their offer. So it's you have an offer of emotion. You're giving an offer of emotions in one place, and then an offer of materialistic stuff on the other hand. But at the end of the day, is nothing but lies with the 7 of Swords. Someone's making off like a bandit, either you or someone else. But basically, especially what's going on, it's a situation where it's whatever everyone holding their ground and basically resting wherever that wherever they're at. But like if you could see the way that the cards are like placed, it's like these two people are both kind of like wondering, well, both of them are resting, but one is resting with this person holding the line, holding steady, just, you know, I guess biding time, waiting for things to like pass or get better if you're tuning in right now. Or and if you tune in like later, because this is a timeless reading, basically you're just working on things over here, but this person who got left out is kind of like, hey, what about me? And kind of wants to come rushing in with some words. Wow. I hope that was clear. But yeah, over here with the sun, and it's pointing kind of like downward. This will be more bad than good, but not so much the end of the world. Oh my bad. Yeah, it's not so much the end of the world with this situation. It was needed. So I guess what you can be doing, I mean, I don't know. That really just depends on which side of the coin you were on. If you're the person that had two people waiting and now you're with one and not the other, it's kind of like maybe bracing yourself and bracing the other person for what could happen while everyone's on this quarantine, because whoever this person is around you that feels left out in the cold, they feel like taking the lid off the mason jar and just letting it all out, right? If you're on the other side, you were dealing with someone and basically they chose their quarantine, quote unquote, bay, and it wasn't you, and you're feeling like you want to go and blow the lid off of something, the energy that I'm getting is just slow down, relax, sit with all of your demons. Wow, yeah, sit with all of your demons and basically figure out a better way to release all of this toxic energy. So yeah, anyways, hey Nicole, no, you didn't miss it. So yeah, I just finished I basically just finished pile number 2. So we're doing piles before we do the free mini read. So basically it's pile, this was pile 1, this was pile 2, then this will be pile 3 and pile 4. And basically we're briefly going into what you can or should be working on during this time. And this is a timeless reading, even though, you know, we're talking about it and we're doing it during the whole corona rising thing. But yeah, you already know how I do, Nicole. I don't like to tell people what to do. So hey apprentice, thank you for joining. Like I just said, it's 4 piles. If Nicole, if you could explain to the apprentice so I could get through. But like basically it's 4 piles, what you should be working on or what you could be working on during this time. Briefly, pile number 2 recap. Either you or someone that you're dealing with has 2 quarantine bays. So whatever side you're on, you either have to basically let the person that you chose down, like gently, like, hey, there may be someone else in the picture trying to F this up, or on the other side you just need to, like, I guess sit down and like figure out how to deal with all this pent up emotions and stuff. But that'll be in the playback, so you could go back and listen to it. But oh wait, I could pull from one more deck. So what does pile number 2, what should pile number 2 be working on during this time? So the homeless person with a compelling sign in reverse, and the spaz in reverse. Let's pull one more. The slightly defective robot in reverse. Oh wait, I don't even think you guys could. Well, not you, but the iPad, because I'm recording for YouTube and my website as well. So, okay, so we received the homeless person with a compelling sign in reverse, the spaz in reverse, the slightly defective robot in reverse, the late night talk show host sideways, and a subway station sideways, right? So, all right. Okay, so basically the energy that I'm getting is, especially with the homeless person with a compelling sign in reverse and the spaz, it's kind of like knowing, like, yeah, we know that, okay, I'm getting, like, we know that, the situation that you're in, flip-flop it if it's you with the options or you who was an option. We know that you have a story, like, you know, whatever you have to say is, like, important. And with the spaz in reverse, it's kind of like, I don't know, like basically a time of renewal and trying to do things differently. And then the slightly defective robot in reverse. What I'm getting is that even though you know all this, that there's just like this feeling of impending doom that, yeah, like everything has to come to a head at some point. So what I was saying earlier, it's like whoever was the person that was feeling like left out and wanting to say something or like do something in regards to the situation with the slightly defective robot in reverse, it's kind of like this person, place, or situation that's occurring will kind of like, I guess, bring balance to the whole thing. But then with the sun pointed, like, not even, it's more like downwards, it's like it'll be more bad than good. Honestly, I don't know if there's really a way to well, there's always ways to like mitigate the losses, but here sideways, the subway station sideways, and the late night talk show host, they're both sideways. So it's kind of like, to me, that could be good or bad. Like rave, like this will turn out to be better than expected or worse than expected. With the subway station sideways, I'm getting like either delays, mass chaos. I'm hearing like blocked tunnels. So like just, I don't know, like the energy that I'm getting, even just looking at here, is just like somebody with whoever, it's either you or the person that that didn't get chose for Quarantine Bay or whatever. We're calling it Quarantine Bay, but you know, this reading is timeless. Whoever didn't get chose is coming back with a vengeance to kind of just block up everything going on in your life, or you want to block up everything going on in the person who didn't choose you life. So yeah, but basically I'd say don't even waste your time. Focus on yourself and focus on ways to release this pent up energy, this toxic energy that doesn't involve trying to quote unquote ruin other people's lives. Like, that doesn't even, it doesn't work that way. Like I've been saying, the way some people's protection is set up, like you just end up hurting yourself. So alright, so we're gonna get into pile number 3 now. So you pick pile number 3. We got Fur and L Piercing. So before I even read about Fur, usually the animal demons, they're not necessarily bad. They're kind of like neutral. So the energy I'm getting is maybe someone, if you pick pile number 3, you're dealing with a lot of heartbreak. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 plus 4 adds up to 7. Wow, I didn't even notice that too. I'll probably read it I'll probably try and insert it somewhere, but like with pile number 2, L Mason jar, 2 plus 1 equals 3, and I was talking about a 3-party situation. So yeah, anyway, so 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 talks about expansion, so maybe probably expansion in your heart chakra as well. Maybe either expansion or even constriction. So either your heart is just so big and it's hurting and it's just kind of like learning how to retreat, or you're used to be a quote unquote cold person and now it's just kind of like learning how to love. But let's read about Fur before. So Fur, annotation. Fur is an Earl of Hell who commands 29 legions of demons according to the wearer's pseudomachondria. Fur appears in the form of a stag when summoned and will only tell lies in that form. However, if he is compelled to enter a magical triangle, he immediately transforms into an angel and will tell only the truth. The Latin word for furcifer, which Fur's name may originate, means forked, rascal, or rogue. Inspiration. Fur is said to be able to create storms and tempests, incite passions, and cause lightning to strike and thunder to shake the land wherever the conjurer requests. It would seem that in conjunction with Fur's rakish name, his gifts are destructive and cruel. However, Fur's other gifts is the ability to strengthen the bond between married couples into something unbreakable and eternal. So we see that Fur's gifts for stirring passion and excitement can be used for destruction when used in excess, but it can be one of the most valuable tools when used in moderation. Of course, relationships should be built on trust that doesn't require a magical triangle, so Fur's gift should be considered with judgment. Divination, focus on enduring love and passion, beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. Alright, so if you pick pile number 3, Fur and L Piercing, the vibe that I got, you could be in a relationship, or this could be married couples as well, but basically, like, okay, I guess like desperate times call for desperate measures, or like desperate times bring people together. In the desperate times, you really see what people around you are made of. So I guess this is like the feeling that you're getting now. So that's what I was talking about in regards to like that expansion or contraction of that heart chakra. If you pick pile number 3, you're realizing right now, I guess, who is in your corner and who's not. But and that's how I was talking about, like, either like your heart is like really, really big, and then like you just keep getting like hurt in a way. So it's kind of like drawing back, or the vice versa, like you kind of like to yourself, closed off, and then like looking around, seeing like, I guess, how much support or like things going on in your life that just make you feel like, you know what, maybe I can open up more. But really, I'm getting with L piercing, this is more of a contraction, like people's big hearts are getting smaller, and I'm here to tell you, don't let that happen. Don't let the things that the demons do to you make you feel like you have to pull back or like dim your light, because you're here to love and to spread that love frequency. So yeah, definitely. Let's pull more cards. What should pile 3? What could or should pile 3 be working on during this time? Okay, yeah, so basically in this time, pile number 3, what you should or could be working on really is how to give, I guess, yourself permission to be and say and do the things you exactly want to say and be and do, because it's kind of like you're in two minds about the things that you should say, with the King of Swords sideways and with the King of Pentacles, the way that you should, I guess, show up in the world materially. If you should be helping others, should you be putting out a helping hand to the people that you're beginning to see would even spit on you if you were on fire. So yeah, it's definitely working on that and figuring out who's who and how to act accordingly. That was short. Anything else? Alright, so the cards that came out was the Wizard in Training in reverse, a terrible accident involving food in reverse, and they decided to stay, oh wait, no, a terrible accident involving food upright, and they decided to stay in reverse. So basically, I'm hearing a lot of people are going to be mad and leave once you realize your power. With the Wizard in Training in reverse, that's almost like the hermit and yeah, that's almost like the Hermit sideways, because the vibe I'm getting with the Wizard in Training in reverse is like the wizard is not in training. So is the wizard actually a wizard? Do they know what they're doing or not? But regardless, whenever you do decide to make a move and how to like deal with the situation that you're in, it's gonna be a mess. A terrible accident involving food, with the person or the people, situation, thing that you're dealing with deciding to leave. So yeah, I mean, best way to deal with it, learn to give to yourself. Once you make that decision on how you're gonna deal with the situation, that's the best way for you. Everything else will unfold. So you could chew on that. So, oh, this live is gonna end in like a minute and 54 seconds, but I guess I could just restart it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to restart the live, so I'm gonna end it here and then restart it. So then I'll get into pile number 4 and then some free mini reads, alright? So I'm gonna end it. Alright, so that last live, it didn't save as I anticipated. Let me see, is my iPad still recording? Oh wow. I don't think I had those cards in a good position. Oh wow. It's a new day, it's a new day. I mean, I guess I could put away the cards I had finished. Hey, Nicole. So yeah, the last live that I just did, my phone wouldn't save it. Instagram refused, but I'm recording on my iPad too, so. Oh man, why did I even do that? You see? I meant to do this. That's what I meant to do. Really? It wouldn't let you comment? That's, you know, like, I would say, like, that's odd, but it really isn't at all. It's just interesting. It's okay because, I'm gonna upload it. I think I'll be able to upload it to, YouTube, but if not, I mean, I'm gonna end up, my website will be going live soon, so it'll be there. But I saw some of your comments though, so. But yeah, you just have to, you pick 4 piles. Well, you pick from 4 piles, whatever piles resonate, so. But. So, I guess I'll get into like just pile. Yeah, no, that's the story of my life, Nicole. I can't say there's always some kind of like technical difficulty. When I first started all this, I like over a year ago, I had to record in triplicate, like legit three recordings going on at the same time. So, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get into. You could you could pick at any point. The thing was, I showed the options. They're right in front of you. So pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So really it was just picking a pile, because usually how I record the pickup piles, or the way it's supposed to go, is like you just record it straight through and then you put the timestamp, right? So you pick your pile and then you go straight to the timestamp, but this is live, so there's no timestamp. So it's just listening along until I got to your pile. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get into pile 4. So Buer and L Yoga. So what I got off the top is exercise. Whoever picked pile number 4, they need to be focused, or they should or could be focused on exercise, movement, stretching, not being lazy. So let me read about Buer. So Buer, annotation. Buer is one of Weyer's daemons, first mentioned in the Pseudomachondria as a president of hell with 50 legions of demons under his command. Buer is described as quite a naturalist. His list of specialties include the philosophy of nature and an understanding of plants and their medicinal purposes, and he is said to be able to recommend good familiars to sorcerers. In the later Goetia, Buer is described as taking the form of a centaur with a bow, and his sign is Sagittarius. However, Colin de Plancy described Buer with a much more fanciful form, having the head of a lion and 5 goat legs that point outward like a star, on which he moved on like a rolling wheel. Hey, the diva. Alright. So, inspiration. There's nothing demonic whatsoever about our friend Buer, no matter which demonologist text we consult. Instead, Buer's placement in the infernal hierarchy seems to stem from his above knowledge of the science of plants and medicine. It's worth remembering when we buy a bottle of aspirin derived from the willow from the grocery store, there was a time when something as simple as a headache medication that we can so easily take for granted would have been seen as an esoteric and nearly dark creation. Focus on science, divination. Focus on science, especially medicine and dietary concerns. So yeah, like I said before I even read with L Yoga out here, basically if you pick pile number 4, you need to be focused on health, wellness, movement, not being lazy. So L Yoga, like in your living room, get in your panties and just start stretching it out. No one's watching you, so there's no I'm hearing like no excuse, get moving. I'm seeing like moms like just making simple tasks into exercises. And yeah, whichever picture or pile that you resonate, you could pick it and it'll tell you whatever you need to know. So yeah, as I was saying, focusing on like health, wellness, medicine and stuff like that, but also the I'm getting, if you pick Buer, is also alluding to exploring your supernatural abilities as well. And I say that because while I was reading in the inspiration, I'll reread it again. It's worth remembering when we buy a bottle of aspirin derived from the willow from the grocery store that there was a time when something as simple as a headache medication that we can so easily take for granted would have been seen as an esoteric and nearly dark creation. So, it's just like a reminder, like things that we a long time ago thought were like bad or actually like quote unquote good, or like just reminding you that perception is key in everything and anything that you do, and just basically doing what works for you regardless of where I guess the supposed source it comes from, because at the end of the day we all have intuition, so you'll know what's good for you and what's bad for you. So I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too deep into it because it's supposed to be short. That's number one. If you want to go deeper into it, you know where to find me, and we could go hella deep. But yeah, anyways, what should those who chose Pile 4 what could Pile 4s be working on at this moment? Could and should be working on? I'm seeing like leaving old ways and old behaviors in the past, because right now you have a whole bunch of options in front of you. Like you have not even a whole bunch of options, but like, yeah, the world, like I'm hearing the world is ahead of you and it just takes the world is before you and it just takes one step. So once you take that one step to the living room and start moving, I'm hearing, get moving, then I guess everything else will begin to open up, and you'll gain the strength that you need to walk away from the things that don't serve you, the things that kind of keep you like stuck and lazy and not necessarily wanting to move, right? Do live videos save? They're supposed to, but we were just talking about how my live videos never save, and every time I want to do something that involves the internet or technology, I'd say 6 times out of 10 I encounter some kind of issue, and I'd say 4 times out of 10 it like completely just doesn't work. So I have a backup recording on the iPad right now, so I'll upload it there with the timestamp, so you could just go straight to your pile. So anyways, anything else for pile number 4? Let me make sure you guys could see it. Okay, so let's see what came out. The Dangerous Object Factory, The Assistant Manager, and Something Wasn't Right came out in reverse. The Homeless Person with a Compelling Sign, The Relentlessly Inquisitive Reporter, and They Totally Got Away with It came out upright. And A Remote Tropical Island and The Diner Shortly After 4 a.m. both came out sideways. So, okay, so with up here with the Dangerous Objects Factory, the assistant manager, and something wasn't right, all in reverse. So basically escaping from something that wasn't like something that could have been potentially dangerous, right? The assistant manager in reverse, so it's kind of like having higher aspirations than quote unquote the assistant manager. But what I heard was if you watch The Office, I forgot the guy's name, but the one with the glasses who like lives in the farm, he's kind of odd. We'll just put it that way. I find him interesting, but basically his title is assistant to the regional manager instead of assistant manager. So it's kind of like having bigger dreams, bigger aspirations than the assistant manager or the assistant to the manager, right? And then something just wasn't right in reverse. So it's just basically becoming clear on the things that you need to cut out and the things that you need to walk away from. And then I'm getting like this feeling with even like down below with the homeless person with the compelling sign, the relentlessly inquisitive reporter, and they totally got away with it all upright. It's like, I don't know, I'm getting this feeling that I hear like it's easier for you to like quote unquote bum it out at home. Because, like, look, you're looking like a bum, right? Or, like, you're, like, quote-unquote a bum in the street. But then I'm picking up, like, this yoga card. You're comfortable. So I'm getting, like, your home or wherever you're at being this way or going through all of this. Like, you're comfortable and is giving you, I guess, a chance to, like, I guess, pull it all together and ask the questions that, you need to ask yourself, right, before I guess you get moving. But also this feeling of where are these people now, what they totally got away with it. Because as you take these steps to, like, I guess, health, wellness, and getting right within yourself, and you leave the things that don't serve you, I guess you're getting like this feeling of nostalgia, like, I wonder where these people were. But then it's kind of like also getting the feeling that if they're not next to you now, then they weren't for your highest good anyway. So it doesn't necessarily make any sense worrying about it. Also, like, I'm picking up the feeling that you're getting, hey. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting the sense that if you pick pile number 4, the people who are not around you anymore, I'm getting the feeling that you feel as if like they got away with something or like they betrayed you in some way and like they made off, but it's kind of like wherever they made off to, I'm getting if they're close or if you're far, because when I see like this diner card, it's like, you know, like your neighborhood diner, so they can either be up at the neighborhood diner keying hardying about how they pulled a fast one over on you, or they could be like long gone somewhere. I'm picking up like maybe this could be like a big money situation where they like basically scammed you, or someone scammed you, or some scammed you out of something, and now it's like kind of like living high off the hog off of your funds. But wherever they are, it's kind of like sideways. It won't last for long. So basically just keep doing yoga and meditating in your living room. I'm hearing woosah. So keep woosahing and woosahing and like just, I guess, envision all of your options, because with the 7 of Cups here and then the assistant manager in reverse, you're destined for something more. So don't let shoulda, woulda, couldas, or like people who are not even in the picture anymore stall your progress or slow down your happiness. So yeah, boom. Well then, those are the four piles. Let's see which one resonated. For me, anyway, I think number 3 and number 4 were piles, definitely for me. So let me know what resonated with you, and don't forget to subscribe to VanngoVision on Instagram and on YouTube, and stay tuned because my website is coming soon. I am definitely a proponent of having, is proponent even the word? I don't even know, but basically I support having your own, and YouTube, all YouTube does is block and ban creativity and everything that I would be trying to do as just a creative person. So I need my own website. So anyways, let me clear the space, and we could get into some free mini reads. Tell your friends to tell a friend to check out VanngoVision. I wouldn't say I'm psychic, but my intuition is fleeky, and I could provide the consultation, the confirmation that you may be seeking about certain situations. So, because how can I tell you about your own life? You need, like, really. Anyways, so what's good? What's good, everybody? I got some people in the room. Any questions? Y'all have me now. I'm live. I'm live. All right. What time is it? All right. It would have been angel number 616, but what you call it? I missed it by a minute, but let's look into angel number 616. Let's warm up a little bit. I got time. I'm chilling. Seems like everyone else is chilling too. So let me mess with Siri. Siri, look up angel number 61. Oh, hold on, my bad. Siri, look up angel number 616.
Searching the iTunes store for angel number 616.
I said nothing.
I can't do that.
Store.
You don't have.
I said absolutely nothing. You see what I mean? It never works when I need it to work. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so angel number 616. Angel number 616 brings a message from your angels that your prayers and positive affirmations will help to improve all circumstances in your life. Maintain a positive attitude and outlook to rapidly manifest positive outcomes and results. Stay focused on your life's work and soul mission, and you will manifest an abundant supply, and all of your monetary and material needs will be met. All right? There's more on that, but you could go and look into that. So, I don't know. I think that's like the closest I'll read into the whole, quote unquote coronavirus thing, because I did like a quick reading on my own the Wednesday before everything like went down, and I may or may not post it, but basically this is really just a time of reflection for everyone. So me posting a video specifically about the coronavirus isn't really gonna help a lot of people. I don't believe it will. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I'm live. love, and you guys could ask me whatever you would like to ask me.